we kept doing stuff, and then when we did the movie Penitentiary Chances and Veteranos with the soundtracks, they blew the fuck up like crazy. And we didn't know this at the time. I don't know if I told you the story before, because it's been a while since we spoke, but at the time, these fucking these scumbags that we used to fuck with, named Dogday Records, they had sold I don't even know how many units. I mean, it was insane. We ended up because we worked so fast and so much and dropped so many releases, we didn't know we were getting fucked at the time. So within about a year and a half, we released like 12 albums, and we had like 3 movies and soundtracks. And we were going around doing like regional touring, doing autograph signings all over, different states, Colorado, New Mexico, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, Florida, all these states. And we ended up, we even went to Canada twice. And by the time we realized it, it was kind of trippy because there would be lines of people for blocks to get in the store and talk to us. And it finally caught on, like, we're a lot more popular than we know. Something doesn't add up, because we were getting paid fucking nothing. It was shit. I worked shipping and receiving and fucking unloading trucks while those albums were out. You know what I'm saying? It was like I had a normal job. And so we found out we were getting fucked. We actually saw the SoundScan numbers, and we made those fuckers like fucking $2 million, something crazy that we know of.
Wow. And
that was at the time when a lot of mom and pop stores weren't even doing SoundScan. So I know we sold way more than we did. I know we made them way more money than we even found out. But so we ended up leaving them, and then we come to find out that I don't want to mention any labels, but there was a handful of major labels with major artists, like MTV shit, major artists that approached them to sign us, and Dogday cock-blocked the whole shit, and they said, well, you can't sign them unless you sign our entire label to your roster. And those major labels told them to go fuck themselves, basically. And, we kind of fucked up, too, though, because all those albums we did with them, we never put any of our contact information on it. It was all their contact information, I think all we had was a P.O. box. So we fucked up with that. That's a learning lesson for us, you know what I mean? But
I was wondering, though, what happened with Dogday, because it's like they were everywhere, with you guys, 11-5, Never, and everybody. And
I was going to say that. See, here's the thing. That's the crazy thing. A lot of the artists that were with them left, and at the time, we were their biggest artists because we had so much shit. But the biggest sellers they had was us, 11-5, and probably The Coup and Andre Nicotina. And but Andre didn't sign a contract with them. I think it was like a one-off or maybe a two-off album thing with them. And then The Coup didn't stay long with them either. 11-5 left them. But overall, collectively and everything, we had so much shit out there, plus the movies, and they were doing a shit ton of mail order when we go visit them for whatever reason, to deliver music or artwork or whatever. They had a whole side of their warehouse where they would just ship and receive products. And like damn near the entire warehouse was our shit. They had to hire like these young kids, these 20-year-old kids to ship our posters, our T-shirts, our fucking CDs, our cassettes, our records, our movies, everything we had, like nonstop. So, they made a lot of money, ended up fucking everybody over, and they just, they cut out, they shut down and cut out after, pretty shortly after we left them because they really didn't have anybody else. All the other artists left them, like everybody. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty poetic, I guess, because at the end they're nowhere to be found. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, and I'm fine. You know what I mean? So we went
you guys went on to
things.
Do a lot of successful things, after Dogday.
Yeah,
and I used to talk to them on a regular, Crooked, and I haven't heard from them either. I mean, it's been since like 2001, something like that, just vanished out of thin air. I was even going to put a compilation out with them, and we were in talks to do so, and I'm glad I never did, because by the sounds of things,
man,
they probably would have been in receiving end of
you know how it is, though. You know how it is, man. When you're young and you sign a contract or you just deal with business, a lot of people don't know this. And here's another thing I wanted to say, if you don't mind. A lot a lot of young kids, a lot of rappers or entertainers in general that do music especially, they don't understand how the business works. They get into the business, and a company will spend, X amount of dollars to make your album. They got to make that money back before you see a dime. And a lot of people think, well, shit, I sold 1 million records. I should have some money. Well, not if they spent fucking, whatever X amount of dollars to make it. They still got to make that money back. Now, that doesn't mean that these major labels aren't making money. For sure, they are. But, even if you do something independent, you got to make that money back. You can't just drop an album and think you're going to make money. You know what I mean? You got to spend money to make money. If I spend fucking $8,000, $10,000 on your album, I got to make that back before an artist sees a dime, And a lot of people get it twisted. That's when shit gets crazy and people get upset and all these feelings happen in record deals. You know what I mean? However, that being said, I know that we got fucked over because they were giving us statements with X amount of sales, and then I see the actual SoundScan numbers that blow that shit out the fucking water. You know what I mean? And so I know major labels obviously do the same shit. That's how they do it. They can hide shit in all their, all their little, what's it called? All the little, there's the little inventories, the little statements that they make. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Shit, the business is crazy. I wouldn't advise anybody to get into it, especially right now. In today's game, the game is fucking crazy with everything being digital. It's just nuts.